Wheelchair curling was first introduced during the 2000 World Handy Ski Championship in Crans-Montana, Switzerland. Switzerland and Sweden were the only countries trying the sport at the time and attended a workshop along with a representation from the World Curling Federation. The first World Wheelchair Curling Championship was held in January 2002 and in March of that year. The International Paralympic Committee granted official medal status to wheelchair curling for mixed-gender teams. The organizing committee of the Torino 2006 Paralympic Winter Games agreed to include wheelchair curling in their program with 8 teams participating. 10 teams competed in the Vancouver 2010 Paralympic Winter Games, and 10 will be in Sochi 2014. Curling is played on an ice sheet, with members of both teams taking turns sliding a 19.96 kilogram stone towards a circular scoring area called the house. The house is made up of 4 concentric circles. The outside ring is 3.66 meters in diameter. The next ring is 2.44 meters in diameter. The next ring is 1.22 meters in diameter, and the inside ring, known as the button, is 0.3 meters in diameter. The object is to get the stone as close to the center of the house as possible to score more points than the opponent. After all 8 stones per team have been delivered, the end is concluded and the score is determined. Only one team can score per end. A team scores 1 point for every stone closer to the center of the house than the opposing team's closest stone. Only stones located in the house or touching the house are eligible to earn a point. Wheelchair curling is the Paralympic equivalent of curling, with the primary difference being the way the players move around the field of play and handle the stone. The most notable difference is the absence of sweeping. This makes wheelchair curling no less tough physically and even more complicated technically. Wheelchair curling differs from curling in that stones are delivered from a stationary wheelchair. Sweeping is not permitted. All games will be scheduled for 8 ends. Each on-ice team must be comprised of both genders and have 4 players delivering stones. The delivery of the stone is undertaken by the conventional arm-hand release or by the use of an approved delivery stick. Stones must be clearly released from the hand or stick before the stone reaches the hog line at the delivering end. During delivery, the feet of the player delivering the stone must not touch the ice surface, and the wheels of the chair must be in direct contact with the ice. When the stone is delivered between the hack and the outermost edge of the top of the house at the delivering end, the chair must be positioned so that at the start of the delivery, the stone is positioned on the center line. When the stone is delivered between the outermost edge of the top of the house and the hog line at the delivering end, the chair must be positioned so that at the start of the delivery, the entire width of the stone is within the wheelchair lines. A system has been put in place to minimize the impact of impairments on sport performance and to ensure the success of an athlete is determined by skill, fitness, power, endurance, tactical ability, and mental focus. This system is called classification. Through classification, it is determined which athletes are eligible to compete in a sport and how athletes are grouped together for competition. Classification is sport-specific because an impairment affects the ability to perform in different sports to a different extent. As a consequence, an athlete may meet the criteria in one sport but may not meet the criteria in another sport. All wheelchair curlers compete in one sport class only. Wheelchair curling is open to individuals who are non-ambulant or can only walk short distances and use a wheelchair for daily mobility.